In the competitive world of business, it takes visionary leadership to make a qualitative change in business strategy. A strategy rooted in today's ecological context. Thanks to the Ministry of Steel, UNDP and the Global Environment Facility, entrepreneurs operating steel re-rolling mills across India have been empowered to align business interests with environmental priorities. This is how the Indian steel re-rolling sector is going green. India is currently the fourth largest steel producer in the world. While large integrated steel plants contribute to a bulk of India's steel products, the steel re-rolling sector is an equally important player. With 70% of India's long steel products being produced by steel re-rolling mills, its long-term stability is vital for the Indian steel sector. But for too long, the steel re-rolling sector's contribution to the nation has been little recognized. The sector has been typically viewed as unorganized and highly polluting, with obsolete technology and little regulatory compliance.
Unlike some of the larger steel units, which have the resources, the reach and the knowledge to access the best of technology globally, the small steel re-rolling mills cannot be expected to modernize and to become more efficient on its own. That requires considerable facilitation.
This facilitation finally occurred in 2003 when a unique project was launched. For the first time, an attempt was being made to address barriers to energy efficiency in the steel re-rolling sector.
When we approached the Ministry of Steel, they were very keen because they were able to ensure a general cleaning up beginning from the top. But these were difficult to reach because first they were very large in number. Secondly, a large number of them typically tended to operate in the unorganized space.
At that time, there were roughly 1,200 units working in the country. The major issue was that they were guzzling lot of energy and there was no mechanism to control the emission. Our basic aim was to instill a message among them how to conserve energy, how to reduce emission of greenhouse gases by application of energy efficient technologies.
A project management cell was constituted as the central implementing body of the project. Its mandate was to plan and execute the vast project. The project team started out by dividing all steel re-rolling mills in the country into 6 geographical clusters. Within each cluster, a few mills were chosen as model units, and these were to be the direct beneficiaries of the intervention. But to ensure replication, the project design also envisaged a number of pipeline units in each cluster.
It is expected that the pipeline units observe the changes that the model units have gone through, and these would also be provided technical support by the project in terms of identifying potential for improvement in energy efficiency, training their shop floor workers, and whatever other specifications they require.
Initial studies conducted by the project concluded that one of the biggest barriers to energy efficiency in the sector was the lack of viable technologies. The project therefore identified a basket of technology options called Ecotech. Technology packages developed by the project require an approximate investment of 1.3 crores for low-end packages and over 3 crores for high-end packages. Together, they have a proven capability to reduce specific thermal energy consumption by 20 to 50%. They also have the potential to reduce specific electrical energy consumption by 10 to 30%. Further, these packages have demonstrated their capacity to reduce annual carbon emissions by an average of 1,000 to 2,500 tons of carbon dioxide per year. After implementing these technology packages, model units have reported annual monetary savings ranging from 10 to 25 million rupees. In other words, the investment can be recovered in just 6 months to 2 years.
We have adopted a two-pronged strategy. One is that identification of the basic technologies which are relevant for the re-rolling sector. Secondly, each cluster is managed by one resident mission. There's a person called resident manager, and they are basically the interface between the PMC and the project units.
Working with the resident missions, the model units set about implementing the technology changes recommended by the project.
What was important was to convince the entrepreneur. And I think key there is to be able to de-risk this decision. The entrepreneur has to be confident that when he or she shifts to this new technology, they would be able to conduct business not too differently.
Whenever there is any exposure to new ideas or new technology, so there is inherent resistance. People have some apprehension whether the adoption of new technology will be economically beneficial for them or not. But gradually when they realize that some people have adopted it and they are doing well, so then they also thought that it should be replicated.
ये पॉइंट स्टार्टिंग में हमको काफ़ी हकरा था कि मैं यदि UNDP के हिसाब से जाता हूँ तो काफ़ी खर्चा आएगा। नो डाउट खर्चा ज़्यादा आया है। उसके बाद भी हमने रिस्क क्लियर किया कि एक दिन का काम नहीं है, बिजनेस एक दिन के लिए नहीं होता, लंबा टाइम के लिए होता है।
But the single most important lesson that we learned was that they were not waiting for subsidies to land on their laps, and they were happy to fund the transformation from their own sources.
To further empower entrepreneurs to back energy efficiency in their mills, the project launched a series of capacity building programs.
A major thrust of this project is capacity building of the units. Towards this objective, we have been undertaking several initiatives, and these constitute the national and local level of training and workshops.
Workshops and training programs organized by the project included performance improvement training, roll pass design basics, standard operating procedure, standard maintenance practice, 5S lean manufacturing system, ISO 9001 and ISO 14001.
The staff had received the training, both the production staff as well as managing staff, and definitely it has helped us to work in a more disciplined manner.
आज जो प्राइमरी प्रोड्यूसर्स है उन्हें तो इस तरह की ट्रेनिंग की शायद ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, लेकिन हम लोग जो सेकेंडरी रोलिंग मिल के अंदर में हैं, हम लोगों को इस तरह की ट्रेनिंग अगर मिलती है तो नो डाउट इससे हम लोगों का पर्पस सॉल्व हो जाता है।
The determination, conviction and hard work by all project stakeholders have borne outstanding results. Today, this landmark project on energy efficiency has several achievements to its credit.
The response is quite inspiring and encouraging. Whatever feedback we have got from the individual beneficiaries as well as from the associations, they have given a very positive feedback.
आए दिन हमारे पास लोग देखने आते हैं, हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी देखने आते हैं, वो देखकर वो नकल कर रहे हैं, बना रहे हैं।
Post-commissioning evaluation revealed that the project has directly resulted in fuel savings of 20 to 25% in oil-fired units and up to 45% in coal-fired units. The model units also reported a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 20 to 45%.
Also, most of these units, the productivity has been increased by 15 to 20 or 25%. So the units are really happy.
These encouraging results have also been noticed by local governments, which have felicitated several of the model units for energy conservation.
Now I am getting a lot of feedback from other units. They want to go for this project. This shows the success of this project. Everybody wants to now go for this because they have now come to know about the benefits, real benefits of the project.
India is expected to become the second largest steel producer in the world by 2020. If it is to achieve this position, the viability of the steel re-rolling sector is crucial. Thanks to the project, steel re-rolling mills in India today have access to cost-effective technology to upgrade themselves to world standards.
My mail is always open to anybody who want to see this and see what we have done, how we have implemented everything. and what is the benefit we are gaining because of this.
By proving the viability of energy interventions in the sector, the project has cleared the way towards a cleaner and more efficient future.
We will have to think of the next generation, and our duty and responsibility is to minimize the consumption of energy. We can leave a better world for tomorrow.
This project enables us to contribute simultaneously to all the three major Indian national goals, which is of optimizing on the growth rates, of poverty reduction and inclusive growth, and finally on environmental sustainability. The steel project shows the way forward.